Hi, my name is Duncan. I'm age 55 and I've had Parkinson's now for 10 years. I was diagnosed in June 2003. After I got diagnosed, one of the first things the doctor told me was to get exercise, get regular exercise. So I began swimming, which is something I did as a kid. Parkinson's can interfere with the way you walk. My left leg will drag sometimes. My left hand has got a tremor to it, will get stiff. And so walking can be a challenge for me sometimes. And of course, as the illness progresses, it gets worse. But the swimming is, both sides are moving more or less together and moving smoothly through the water. And there's also this great stretch you get when you swim. So it's not only good for your heart muscles, cardiovascular system, and pulmonary system, but it's great stretching therapy, and it gets those endorphins going. So I'll do it now 3 or 4 times a week, a mile each time, and it's just fantastic. I'll get out of the water and I'll be exhausted, wiped out, and then an hour later I'm symptom-free for the next couple of hours, and that's been true since I've started 10 years ago. I just can't say enough about how beneficial it's been and how much it's improved my quality of life since I got diagnosed. Well, I have a swimming partner, and we've been swimming together now for the last 2 years, and we meet every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we'll swim 36 laps together, which is a mile. And I guess the most important thing is we have fun doing it. We enjoy doing it together, and we push each other to do the mile every time we get together, and motivate each other to come. And it's been far easier these last 2 years when I've been swimming with us to get the exercise done than it was, say, for the 8 before that, when I was pretty much swimming on my own. Having other people support me and encourage me helps me accomplish things. And exercising on a consistent basis it's rewarding, and it helps improve the quality of life, but at the same time, it requires some determination. I mean, to get in the water, in my case, and say I'm going to swim a mile, there are many, many times in the middle of it I've thought, you know, what am I doing? I feel awful. I feel tired. I've got a cramp in my foot. I want to get out and stop. And if I'm alone, I might do that. But with somebody else, we keep going. And by the time it's over, I'll say, I'm glad we did that. You would think the major impediment to exercise is your physical health, but it's not. It's your mental health. It's your mind. It's your mind saying, well, I don't want to get out of the house. I don't want to push myself. I don't want to get in the water. It's too cold. I'm too tired. I got a cramp. Yesterday was a difficult day, and I'm going to take it easy today. It's sort of an ironic thing I found, that one's state of mind can be a bigger obstacle than one's physical health when it comes to an exercise routine. And I guess the only advice I'd give to people is just keep at it. I'd say just put one foot in front of the other. Do it. Just do it and have faith that the benefits will come. I'd say this too, don't set expectations that are too high. This is funny for me to say this after talking about all the great things exercise can do, but I would caution somebody against the danger of setting expectations that are too high at the beginning. Just set an expectation of getting somewhere, and let's say in the case of swimming, getting in the water 3 times a week and just swimming up and back one time. Just so I've done it. Get in the habit of just doing it as a routine, and then gradually increase it, or not. Just whatever is comfortable, try to build that routine into your life, and then the rest will take care of itself. You have to accept the limitations in some way, and without being defeated. You have to fight the limitations, but when they get the best of you, you can't say I give up. You have to say I accept them, but I'll find some way around them. I'll find some other way to live and enjoy my life. And that's hard to do alone, I have found, because it's easy to get defeated and discouraged and to get down on yourself and feel sorry for yourself. And the wonderful thing about people who love you, who are around you, is that they'll say, you know, maybe you can't do this the way you did before, but how about this, or how about that, or maybe you can do this, or they say it's not as bad as you think. This is not the end, and there are ways you can still lead a good life in spite of the difficulties you have or the limitations you have. And people who love you can be an enormous support in that way. And so my girls and Marie do that. They do that for me all the time. It doesn't have to be a wife or daughters. Anybody who loves and supports you can play that role. But for me, it's been my family.